high time to start our meeting. Welcome to the Welcome to the Toastmasters Club in Kharkov. As you know, or maybe for those ones who are first here, I tell you it's a club for public speaking. It's not just discussion club. So we won't discuss the speeches of each other. We just teach each other, learn from each other how to make speeches. The first thing I want to say, people, please switch off sounds of your phones because it's very uncomfortable when you speak and somebody phones you. Our meetings have a structure. We have 3 parts in each meeting. The first part is prepared speeches. Some members of our club have prepared talks. They have to speak 6 minutes. We have today 4 speakers, and so our first speaker will be Dasha. Our second speaker will be Yana. Olya will make the 3rd speech, and will make 4th speech. For each speech we have evaluators. I will tell you after other informations what will you evaluate, but the main thing is that you have to give feedback for speakers. Who want to evaluate Dasha's speech? Any volunteers? Okay, Boris. Who will evaluate Yana's speech? And your name is?
Kate.
Kate. Great. Olya's speech. Who will evaluate Olya's speech? It will be great for you to evaluate it. We not only learn how to make speeches, we also learn how to evaluate them, how to make it pleasant for people to hear about what they did.
What's criteria?
I will tell you about criteria. Okay, you have to evaluate their own whole impression of the speech. You can tell people what was great and what they could improve. You can speak about their gestures, their confidence or non-confidence in the situation. You can tell them about everything what you mentioned about their speeches. So maybe you will evaluate Olya, yes, and what's your name? Olya. Okay, Olya. Olya, and who will evaluate Val's speech? And your name is Arthur. It was the first part of prepared speeches. Yes, we have also the second part. The second part is table topic session. During the table topic session, each of you will have this great possibility to stay here and speak 2 minutes. 2 minutes for unprepared speeches. I think it's the most great thing you have get here in this meeting, and I hope that Dasha is our table topic master for today. She has tasks for you, or just questions for you, and I'm happy that you can feel this power staying here. The last part is the evaluation part. Yes, we already have the evaluators for speeches, and we also have some interesting roles. Some of you will evaluate each speech during the table topic session. Who can deal with this interesting task? You just have to say some words about each speech. We have 3 brilliant roles. One of them is grammarian. Grammarian will tell us about our mistakes. I say our because I also make mistakes, and each of you can can take my role, can take role of speakers, can take Dasha's role of table topic master. So, is there anybody who want to evaluate everybody's grammar and thought, haha, you made so many mistakes? No? Yes? No?
No.
No?
I am bad at grammar.
But you can...
So I can speak, but I'm bad at grammar.
Oh.
Because I like to say hey.
Another one brilliant role is an egg counter. Egg counter is a person who counts our sounds, get sounds. If each speaker, you already heard it said, so each speaker makes these mistakes speaking with these get sounds. Who can count get sounds that we will use, or I hope not use, during our speeches? You should have to point one two so who can deal with this role? People? Please. A counter. Okay, Boris. The last important role is a role of timer. Timer has 3 colorful cards. On these colorful cards, we will show you how many time do we have, because we have to speak and like, bless you, Eugene. We have to speak. We have to make our speeches with some time limits. If we speak more than this time limit, we will just other speakers will have no time. So the first card, green card, means that you, no, it's not American green card, sorry. It means that you have half time of your speech cast. So for speakers who speak in the first part of our club of meeting, it's 3 minutes. So the other card, color of autumn, means that you have 5 minutes past. And the red card with this like angry face color will mean that you that 5 minutes 55 seconds are past, and you have finished your speech in 5 seconds. Just don't break it, just leave it to the end. And if you don't make it, other people will have such angry face. Who can show these cards? Who can manage to write time? So we also evaluate if each speaker during the first part and during the table topic session really kept this time limit. So if you spoke 6 minutes 25 seconds, and you will know this information from the person who will evaluate time. Who can be a timer for today? Hey, people, you will get these colorful cards. It's a great task, yeah? No? I think then I have to give it to you, because for you, you're just sitting in the center, yes? It's always very problematic. Huh? Okay. It's problematic to see that
this
cards here.
ever.
If you speak here, if you stay here and speak, and the cards are anywhere there or there, it's very like uncomfortable.
Yeah, give it to me. Give it to me.
So, for speeches, 4, 5, 5:55. For table topic session, 1 minute and 2 minutes. So, okay, let us start with our first speaker for today. Let me introduce you, Dasha, with your, I hope, brilliant sorry for my back. So,
is Damien Hirst. Have you ever seen his art? No? Nobody? It's okay. He's British. I should stay here. He's British. He is still alive. He is just 50 years old. You can see his work on the screen, and they are similar, so I think they wouldn't distract you from my speech. And I would like to tell you about his Kharkov series. He has a lot of painting, sculpture, installation, but today we're going to speak only about this series. What does he make? He took some animals. I think he killed them, and he put it in a big box. It made from the glass. They are really strong, and he put the animals and just put them formaldehyde. And animals are staged in that forms, as you see. So he thought that he is a really great modern artist, that this is great art, and many people don't think so. So what do you have to be a really great artist nowadays? You have to name your works something unusual. So, like Dead Denied, or Dead Explanation, or End of Era, or something like that. Also, you have to have a great idea about your works. And Damien Hirst really has a great idea. But today I'm gonna tell you about another thing. When you look at some art, wherever it is, it can be song, building, some painting, some installation. At first you pay attention to the bright colors, for example, or strange names, or advertisement list. But then you start, if it touches you, you start to think why also make it just like this. What did he think about when he made it? And you can start to find some information about this, to read books about this also. But then you start to make your own opinion about this. Thank you. For example, I can ask you, what do you feel when you see this dead animals? But it's not discussion club, so I should take just my impression. I haven't seen it alive, just on my computer screen. And at first I see it as dead animals, and I have some disgusting about this, because I understand that this animals was alive not long time ago, and I think that Damien Hirst or his people just kill them for these artworks, and it's not a good feeling. It's really not a good feeling. Then I become a little bit angry for Damien Hirst because of his works, actually. Because I think that his artworks don't bring to this world some good feelings, some light feelings. But then I start to think about this work with my own thoughts. So I bring something from my own experience, and I start to think about our life, how elusive it is, about the immortality maybe, and something like that. So, and it's really what art makes to us. All the time, at first we pay attention to some bright things, then we start to think what also made, and then we push it with our own experience. For example, the brightest example of my experience how author and people who just look at this make quite opposite opinion about this. When Freddie Mercury and Queen sing their song "I Want to Break Free," it was for group just a funny song with a funny video. But one time when they came on their concert and started to sing this song, Freddie Mercury just appeared on the stage in women's clothes with vacuum cleaner, like in video, and people just say, "What are you doing, man? It's song, it's a hymn of our strange for freedom. But what are you doing?" And he don't understand it actually, but they just start to push everything they have on the stage. So our experience is very important. As a conclusion, I can say just that we have to enjoy art and enjoy our life experience. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Dasha. I think you made us, with your speech, think about art more. And I think it was interesting and not very not very simple topic you had. So each of us will think about your philosophical thoughts. Our next speaker is Yana, and we welcome her.
Hello, my name is Yana, and I will tell you about the eye contact as one of the most important communicational tools. Let's start. I will tell you about what is it and why do we need it, how does it affect our communication, and also what difficulties can you encounter while making it, and by the way, how to make it. And the first one, what is eye contact? Obviously, it happens when two people look at each other's eyes at the same time. In human beings, it is a form of non-verbal communication and is thought to have a large influence on our social behavior. And that's why I will tell you about the reasons. Why do we need it? The first one is that our eyes were made to connect. It is an important image source, and it helps us to create a better cooperation, a better level of cooperation with other people. It is very helpful in building a civilization and just in survival in general. Our eyes reveal our thoughts and feelings, and all of you know the old expression, our eyes are the windows to the soul, so I don't need to explain that. And eye contact shows attention. People nowadays are starved for attention because even though we are more connected than ever, the most important thing that it has become so common to break your gaze during a conversation, just to check your phone. So giving someone your truly undivided and complete attention can truly win them over. So I advise you to use eye contact in your communication. Eye contact creates an intimate bond because the same neurons light up in your brain and the partner you are speaking to, and it helps to link your emotional states and creates empathy, and it is very special. How does it affect our communication? You know that it can also influence the way people see your personality, because numerous studies have shown that people who make more eye contacts are perceived as more confident, and just trustworthy in general. Also, it makes people expect a conversation at a certain time, or it can be facilitated for learning, and it shows sexual interest. And when a person experiences social excitement, their pupils may dilate. This way, the person has her gaze or eye contact a little longer than usual. No wonder the custom of the veil has been adopted in so many cultures. Interesting that some women used to put belladonna extract plant in their eyes to cause pupil dilation. It was a dangerous and very painful process, but it was considered worth it to attract men. So it was really strange, but men, unaware of why he was attracted to the woman, may have responded to the dilated pupils eventually. What difficulties? You know that some people with autistic disorders or social anxiety can find eye contact really unsettling. Or if aversion of eye contact for some people can help them to process information better. Or person's lack of competence can lead to staring, because avoid staring. Eye contact is good, but a dead-eyed, laser-locked gaze is just creepy. You don't want that. And finally, how to make it. I made it into 3 blocks: practicing in conversation, practicing at home, and giving the right impression. And first one is try being relaxed, because the more you think about it, the more self-conscious you get, the more awkward you look. And find a nearby spot to fix your gaze. It can be eyebrows or just below the eyes to create the illusion of eye contact if you struggle with it. And break your gaze to nod or make other gestures while listening. Or you can try this trick. Draw an imaginary inverted triangle on the other person's face, just around their eyes and mouth. And then every 5 to 10 seconds, change your gaze. It will make you look more interested in the conversation. And practicing at home, you can try video chatting or on television, or just looking into your own eyes in the mirror. And just take it slowly, it won't be perfect in a minute. Just you can do it. And finally, giving the right impression, it means that smile with your eyes, because you don't want to look intimidating or suspicious, or you're trying to hide something. And find the happy medium. When you talk to a person, you have to have like 80% of the time of eye contact, and 20% like a little head movements or other gestures to say without saying that you're really listening. And finally, of course, if eye contact is something you struggle with, it is really hard to go from active avoidance to being a perfect conversationalist. But with a little bit of practice, you can make it happen. Combine giving information about eye contact, a bit of practice, and a bit of enthusiasm, and you are on your way to successful, pleasant, and productive communication. And thank you for your attention. I hope you enjoyed the presentation.
Thank you, Yana. I want to tell you also one point about it. So each evaluator now looks if you are making eye contact with everybody. So I'm a little bit afraid of, because Yana now can evaluate our eyes, yes, eye contact. So thank you. It was interesting, and it was very interesting because of the fact that eye contact is one of our points of evaluation. Yes, and now we invite our third speaker, Olya, with our yes, with your speech.
Okay, hi everybody, my name is Yana, and I have searched some information about money, and I want to share it with you. First of all, I want to ask you, what is the main task of money? Why the money appeared in our life? What's the main task? What's the nature of money? How do you think?
It's the most frequent thing to be exchanged.
Yeah. Using in a right way. So the main task of money is to give us an opportunity to do what we really like to do, and everything else to buy for money. So to have money to increase our incomes, we should do what we really like to do. And that means that we should monetize our talents. And this is an external factor of attracting the money. And what is the internal factor of attracting the money? How do you think? What's the statement inside we should have to attract the money?
We should advertise. At first, we should bring value to people, and I think that the success of making money depends on 3 factors: the efficiency of advertising, the quality of product and services and the price. So in order to make good money, a person should provide high quality product and advertise it successfully and offer affordable price. Three factors.
Thank you for your idea, but I asked about us as persons. For example, me. How can I attract money personally? Not personally. How should I feel inside?
Just believe it, you will get.
To believe, yeah. To believe.
You must be ready to work a lot.
To work a lot. Yeah. I thought that we should we should have the statement of wealth inside. What means the statement of wealth? How do you think? What the association with wealth?
Our needs, like this money.
How it is to feel wealth?
Feels that you have everything you want right now.
Yeah. That means the freedom of choice. When you can choose something and you know that you have enough money to get everything you want. Yeah? So without stress, without tension. Yeah? The alternative statement of wealth is poverty. The statement of poverty. The poverty means that we have stress about money, we have complaints about money. Maybe some people, when they feel poverty, then they sometimes envy to the people's incomes or success. Okay, to attract money in our life, we should be in a statement of wealth. Yeah? I can even explain what means to feel wealth inside. For example, you have an apple tree and your harvest is 100 kilograms apples. And your neighbor asks you to give him 3 apples. In this case, maybe you give him not only 3 apples, but maybe 2 or 5 kilograms, because you have enough resources for it. Yeah? And for example, in another side, for example, you have an harvest about 2 kilograms of apples. And for example, in this case, your neighbor asks you to give him 3 apples. What can happen in this case?
You 4 apples.
Maybe in this case you will refuse or give him just 1 or 2. Maybe really refuse, because you don't have a wealth. Yeah? So we can easily share something when we have it, when we have these resources. So it is a statement of wealth. Okay, to attract money in our life, to increase our income, we should follow 3 main elements, 3 points. It is the money positive thinking, strategy, and actions. What means money positive thinking? Money positive thinking is how we speak, think, and feel about money. So in this case, for example, if you have a negative statement about money, for example, to live well, I should work hard as a horse. In this case, we should change it in the, for example, confidence attracts money. Also, money positive thinking, it's when we believe in ourselves and we believe in our profession, in our business, in our project. So we believe in our project. The next is a strategy. Strategy, it's a source where from money will come. So that means that we should make marketing, should use. For example, it means that we want to distribute our incomes effectively, to have joy from our incomes, to have the maximum benefits from our incomes. So we should distribute the following way our incomes. 50 or 55% to the current needs. Current needs means food, clothes, transportation, housing, and whatever. The next 10% it is big purchases. For example, mortgage, computer, furniture, decoration of apartment, and so on. The next 10% it is studying. Studying is spending money for example, for trainings, for English classes, for sport classes, for books, for another information. 10%, the next 10%, it is entertainment and rest. To be effective in incomes in future, we should have rest today. The next is 10%, it is so-called my money. My money means that this amount of money we can spend whatever we want. For example, for clothes, for nightclub, for treat, for something which brings us joy or happiness. And the last is 5 or 10% for charity. To receive more money, we should share our incomes. But some people, they don't feel like they want to make charity, and in this case, it's better not to do it at all. So I'm coming up with a conclusion, and I want to say in conclusion that our incomes, they are closely connected with our self-estimate. So when we, in fact, our amount of money we have equals of our self-estimation. So to increase our money, to attract more money, we should act fast, energetically, and to increase our self-estimation. Thank you.
Olya, I think now after your speech, each of us just has to be rich. Thank you for this interesting topic and speech. Our next speaker is, well, you are the next speaker.
Yes. Please hold on 1 second, I gotta remove this thing. Oh, yes.
Why not?
Oh, yes.
Why, you want to do it?
Any problem with timing? Okay guys, let's get started. My name is Vel, and today I would like to cover a very, very important topic that hasn't been discussed yet in this speaking club. Yes, here is a question for you. What are you going to do if a bunch of nasty, skeevy, scary, stinky zombies start roaming the streets of your city? Are you going to panic? What? Or are you going to be prepared?
Or escape.
Yes.
Escape the
Now, this is a little bit a small tutorial of how to survive a zombie invasion. Now you can take your pens, take your notes, and make some of them. Okay, just before we start, I would like to mention a few reasons of outbreak. Obviously, an experimental virus leakage can happen, from an underground laboratory, because people often have underground laboratories in their house, as you know, yeah. Probably alien impact, yeah, something from outer space can come, biological weapons, obviously, and some unknown new neurotoxins discovered in Africa, for example, yeah. And some online gamers can turn into zombies as well, So, yeah, explosive can be a problem. Take it seriously, it's a big danger, so keep up with the news, watch them, and be careful. Okay, so our study breaks the whole process into 4 stages. Yeah, that is preparation, prevention, interaction, and survival. And I'm going to break them down for you so that you can understand what to do during each stage. So, number 1, preparation. You got to be armed. You got to be educated, right? If you're ready, it means that half of the business is done. What can you do? You can search the information, internet, yeah? You can read books, for example, this beautiful book by Max Brooks, yeah? It's called Zombie Survival Guide. You can buy it online and read it. You can also join some local fight club, know how to operate guns, knives, and different tools, or just subscribe to a local survival club. It's a very great idea, like this guy did. Yeah? Next stage, you have to collect resources. And scientists suggest that you should collect them for at least 90 days of a completely isolated existence. What can it be? Like water, guns, supplies, tools, food, clothes? Drugs let it be. So make sure that you have it. The next one, you need something to, you need a place to keep it. And you can keep it in your country house, but we suggest buying a personal bunker. You can just really purchase it online and then install it somewhere outside the city, for example, like this thing. It's beautiful. Comfortable place for the whole family. That's the bunker inside. It looks this way. It's really awesome and only 60 grand from you. So, these are the essential stages of preparation. Next thing, prevention. When it actually happens, what are you going to do? As I said, are you going to panic? Probably not, because you should stay calm and confident. This is a very important thing. Yes? Stay frosty, stay calm. What are you going to do? Your first task is to grab your family and escape the city. Stay away from crowds, because crowds turn out to be dangerous during zombie outbreaks. You know, like a lot of zombies, a big threat. Like compared to only one, yeah, somewhere in the village.
What if you're a gypsy family?
Sorry?
What if you are a gypsy family? Gypsy.
How does it affect? Anyway?
It's like a crowd family.
Okay. I will talk later about this. I provide personal consultations as well, so no problem. Next thing, team up wisely. Please understand that beaten people are potential zombies. Yeah. And some people just cannot handle the new thing that happens, so they might go crazy and start breaking things. So you should select good people, not these people, as you see. So thinking and reasoning is the best way to act in this way. Finally, interaction. When you are facing a zombie, please know that this is just a zombie. They have their weaknesses. For example, no matter what video games and movies tell you, they are alive. Thus, they depend on essential body organs, body functions, and they can be incapacitated, for example, by breaking bones. Yeah, so they cannot move. Dead bodies don't move. It's just impossible. It's magic. So probably they are going to be alive. Zombies are also stupid. So use logic. They are acting out of brute force rather than wits. So you should use your brains as long as you have them, of course, in these circumstances. Yes? So think. Again, zombies, if they see you, if they smell you, they chase you. If they don't, they just do nothing. Yeah? Also, they have low tolerance to head explosions, so probably you should aim for the head and use some serious guns, like explosive, shotguns, something. And they can be contagious, so don't get bitten, ever. Next thing, be ready to kill some people you know. So they are not your friends or family anymore. If they turn into zombies, immediately take action. Don't wait. Also, you should probably print this thing. I will send it to you in the group. 3 steps to survive an infestation. All the details here. Stick it onto your fridge, making sure your kids learn it by heart, and you'll be alright. And finally, the last one. The last section is actual survivor. You are the one to rebuild the civilization after all this mess happens. So just a few tips for you. Make sure you eat safe, better canned food. Yeah? In 90 days, all zombies will be probably dead. Okay? Wear protection suits, with protection, any kind of protection as much as possible so that things can contaminate the air, so on and so forth. Stay away from the cities. Keep in touch with other survivors. Use radio. Taking a field radio might be a very good idea into your bunker. And just enjoy the show. Like, you are the guy who's going to be the beginning of the new civilization. So, this is it. I hope with this very simple and very easy to understand tips, you can survive the zombie invasion and stay alive and make our civilization flourish again. Thank you.
Thank you well for your scaring speech. I'm not sure that everybody will sleep normal this night because really it's horrible. Okay, people, now we come to the second part of our event, and it will be table topic session. And let me invite Dasha, our table topic master for today. It's your
Good evening again, my name is Dasha. So, as you already know, our life is beautiful, our world is beautiful. So today we're going to talk about our favorite things. There is no easier than think about our famous thing, and we will start. I have some strange questions, but I also have some really very easy questions. So we start with very easy question. Don't be afraid. Who won't be the first? Maybe someone.
You
Okay. So tell us about your favorite film.
My favorite film.
It's up one, right? It's really simple.
Okay, hi everybody, my name is Dima, and frankly speaking, I don't have favorite films because I don't like watching movies, same movies lots of times. It's really boring, and you know, what's the point of watching same movies several times? You should be smart to understand it from the first time, maybe from the second, but not favorite movie. So, but I like BBC programs, some scientist programs, and for example, now I like, I have different interest in science serials, and one of them, I'm not sure how to scope in English, but it's something like Mortal Kombat, yes. So there is a real laboratory in Los Angeles, and people there, they check different warriors from different historic times, who could be the winner, and once for fun they compared zombies versus vampires. So yes, that's what well told us about zombies today. So yes, and they checked their weapons, their abilities, how they could be killed, and what was funny that they checked that one vampire could kill 52 zombies. So vampire is much stronger than zombie. Well, so remember that you shouldn't like vampires to kill some zombies.
Good idea. Listen to the rest.
Okay. So also I like dual survival serial. It's about two Americans who are sent to different locations, different destinations, such as deserts, tropical forests, Antarctica, and whatever, and they need to stay alive there, survive, and find a way to find people, somebody who could help them. So that's all. Thank you.
Hold on just a second. Okay, may I ask you, please? Tell us about, please, your favorite subject at school.
My name is Anya, and now I have to remember my school years because I finished school about 10 years ago, maybe. Really, yeah. Well, I think it depends on my age, maybe, but in all classes till 5, I like the drawing and art. I don't know how to call it. It was my favorite subject because I'm a very creative person. I like to draw, I like to create something with my hands and to make some handmade, something like that. So drawing was my the most favorite subject, and I always had 5, always, not no 4, for maybe all these 5 years. Well, it was beautiful, and it was not really work, schoolwork for me, it was a pleasure. But then I became older, and this drawing subject finished, and we had another more serious subjects like mathematics, geometry, and so on and so on. But in these years, my favorite subject was geography, because I like to travel, and for me it was very interesting to know some new things about foreign countries. And our geography teacher was our director, and he visited for that time several foreign countries, and especially I like his stories about Japan, and where he said that Japan's very, very hard-working people, they can't even rest at all, and the worst punishment for Japan worker was to put him in some box and don't give him any work, just to sit and to spend job time on in this box. It was awful. So it was very funny, and
How long did they have to be there?
I don't know. It just, for example, they don't fire. Yes, they don't fire workers. They just leave the place, but don't give the workers attend to their jobs. Just sit and waste the time, and that's all. Yes. So yes, thank you very much.
So here, tell us about your favorite animal.
Okay, my favorite animal, I think, is cat. But at home I have a tortoise. So it is the second my favorite animal. Because it is very easy to take care on it at home. Yeah, but now I lost it at home. So if you want to have an animal in your small flat, you must know that the tortoise is best for this role, but you should see it all the time. Because when the climate became colder, she wants to sleep. And she find the small place to sleep here. And when it came here, you can't find it all. And you will see it only in summer. But about cats, they are better